Hi, and thanks for joining us. On this episode, we'll learn one chef's secret ingredient to long-term success and see what backyard creations are making a splash this year. But first, a popular topic these days, healthy eating. Shoppers are becoming more and more conscious of what actually goes into making the food found on the shelves and want a more natural option. Unfortunately, many people tend to equate all natural to higher cost. Well, one local grocer is doing their part to dispel that myth and help consumers find a healthier way to eat that won't take a big bite out of the wallet.
For Cox Farms Market in Dallas, Texas, it started with my father. He noticed that there wasn't that many places to get fresh fruits and vegetables. So in Donoghue, Texas, he opened up a small, probably 800 square foot shop with just nothing but local farm-raised produce. But he also brought in some of the best things that you can find throughout the United States. The main difference between produce from Cox Farms Market and your everyday grocery store is plain and simple quality. Most major chains, they're either buying number twos or they are just bring them in from anywhere. And it's also a mixture of those big chains not having the proper respect or regard for the produce on hand. Employees here, the ones that work in the produce section, they pick through it so you don't have to. We make sure that you're taking home a quality product each time you pick something up here at the store. Because a lot of people can grow the same thing, but quality is going to vary. You can tell by how crisp the product is. You can tell the minerals that are in the ground just by the taste of it. A lot of factors vary into it. So it kind of differentiates from crop to crop. People can throw quality around left and right, but at the end of the day, once you start eating the product, you'll be able to tell right then and there. It could be pretty on the outside, but it could be bland right when you bite into it. So when we bring in apples, we like to make sure that your mouth explodes with flavor. Not only does the product have to be good, but it has to be consistent. When we are looking for farmers, we first check the quality. We like to know where it's grown, how it's grown, but it's also one of those things that that individual, that farm has to make sure that they can meet the volume standards. Being able to meet demand and the quality standard is the two main requirements for this store. Our customers are a very particular type of customers. They are coming in here because they know that they can get quality produce at a good price. Today, it's starting to become a more up-and-coming trend to get the farm-to-table type of foods. Restaurants are starting to carry the more higher quality produce. Cox Farms Market offers a sustainable, inexpensive way to meet your lifestyle needs and goals.
You can learn more about Cox Farms Market by visiting their website at coxfarmsmarket.com. And be sure to go check them out at the address on the screen. They're open 7 days a week. From natural foods to natural beauty. As a former Miss USA, I can tell you it takes much more than a pretty smile to capture the crown. But don't take my word for it. I recently sat down with Miss Dallas Katie Sicula to talk about her experiences in pageants and how the rewards of winning go much further than the stage. Hi, Katie. Thanks so much for being with me today.
Absolutely.
So start off by talking to us about that moment that you heard your name being called. What was that like? What was going through your mind and what were the feelings that you had?
I get the question a lot, did you think you were going to win? And it's hard to answer that question because you have to have the mindset that you're going to win or else you can't quite find the confidence to walk on that stage in a way that kind of bides for the crowd. But I'm kind of contradictory in the sense that once I get called into any sort of semifinal round, I think that I've messed something up. But I think that immediately, as soon as I've gotten called into that round, that I'm gonna lose. And so when I actually won, it really did come as a shock to me, even though I felt personally that I had brought a winning package. You never know when you get on stage if you're gonna win or not. And the shock for me was just, I was a mess. If you look at my crowning pictures, they're ugly. They're not cute. They're like the crying, I'm a wreck kind of pictures.
I'm sure they're beautiful.
But it was a really, really awesome moment to know that I had set that goal and I finally was able to walk away with that.
Oh, I bet. Tell us about your reign and just some of the events and appearances that you've been a part of.
I think that one of my very favorite appearances that we did was with the Samaritan Inn, which is based out of McKinney. And that's where I'm from. And I kind of really have a heart for the Samaritan Inn because I know a lot of the people who are involved in making that a functional place for people to grow. And so we got to go and hang out, and we played giant tic-tac-toe and ate snow cones, and it was in the middle of the summer. It was so hot, but it was so fun to see the joy on these kids' faces when we showed up and handed them medals for whatever they had accomplished at the Samaritan Inn summer camp. That was just something that was really awesome for me to see.
And tell us what's next for you.
For me, I'll finally finish my degree. June 10th will be the final day. I'll walk the stage a month before and actually be done with college. And then hopefully I'll be able to start teaching. That's my ultimate goal, is really working with kids and kind of empowering them to grow. Our youth is our foundation, so.
Well, hopefully we'll be seeing more of you.
Absolutely, I hope so.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Of course, thank you for having me, thank you.
We're so proud of Katie's upcoming graduation, and I'm sure she will make an amazing teacher. And while Katie is about to start her career in education, her time as Miss Dallas is coming to a close. In fact, yours truly will be emceeing the upcoming Miss Dallas and Miss Dallas Teen Pageant, and we'll be bringing you highlights from the event. Time for our first break, but stay with us. After the break, we'll learn how advances in neck surgery are helping patients get back to a pain-free life much faster than ever before. We'll be right back.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Hi, I'm Dr. Pedro Laredo. Have you ever thought about how many times you use your hands each day? If you're suffering from hand pain, numbness, tingling, then you're probably suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome. At the Laredo Hand Care Institute, we use the most advanced minimally invasive techniques to help you get back to work and your daily activities quickly, because your hands are important. Give us a call today to schedule a consultation so we can eliminate your hand pain for good. Call 214-790-7602 today, or check us out at laredohands.com.
Welcome back. When Marilyn was in her 20s, she was in a car wreck and suffered a neck injury. That injury got progressively worse over the years to where it hurt Marilyn just to turn her head. Thankfully, she found Dr. Benae, who finally gave Marilyn the relief she had been searching for.
I actually hurt my neck in a car accident when I was in my 20s, and it's progressively gotten worse. My neck would stiffen up, it would hurt a lot, and I'd put heat on it. I loved to read, and I noticed I couldn't read anymore. So I had an MRI and found out that it was critical. That's when I realized I needed surgery, and as a result, found Dr. Benae.
When Marilyn came, she obviously was in tremendous pain, so in her situation, we had to move quicker so that we can bring her the comfort that she needed.
My neck seemed to lock up, and it would hurt at times, especially if I'd read or I noticed, trying to turn when I was driving. It was hard to do that, and it would depend on my activities, but it progressively just got worse through the years till, I just could hardly stand it anymore.
Her occurred from a degenerative process. What that is as the joint starting to age and get degenerated, they can do so in such a way that abnormal tissue builds around this joint, bone spurs builds around this joint, and it causes pressure upon the adjacent nerves. She underwent her surgery uneventfully. We were able to clean up all the bone spurs and the disc tissue that was compressing on the nerve. She did have severe compression of the nerve, particularly at one of this level as it leaves the spine to go down the arm.
He did a 3-level fusion on my neck. And considering that and my age, I feel great. I feel like I could do cartwheels.
She was able to tolerate the intervention uneventfully. By the time she woke up, she was already able to notice the difference between the pain she was experiencing before and after that.
He is a miracle worker. My neck is totally restored. I feel wonderful. The quality of life just seems a lot better because I don't hurt like I did. I can read. I can turn my neck better. I'm a little more comfortable driving. I had to go through the pain after the surgery, which takes a while to heal, but you know, that wasn't that bad or that long. I feel like I've really turned a corner.
For more information on Dr. Benae and other top docs in the DFW area, visit bestdocsnetwork.com. Chef Morris Salerno's Bistecca Italian Steakhouse is a staple in the Highland Village community. His restaurant has been open for over 21 years and is still a must-eat destination. In fact, several of his customers have been going to Bistecca since the doors opened all those years ago. Our dining reporter, Gina Lynn, recently stopped in to see what Chef's recipe is for success.
We're here in Highland Village with a man that everybody lovingly calls Chef. Morris Salerno.
Thank you.
How are you?
Smashing.
Well, you certainly are.
Thank you.
So
I just love being here with you.
I love being here with you too.
Thank you.
Chef, 21 years in the business, not an easy thing to do, especially in a market like Dallas-Fort Worth. Tell me what your recipe for success has been.
I keep my customers happy. I don't say no to anything. I hire employees, my staff, my friends, people I love, and I hire people that work well with other people, have great personalities, and we try to instill that in them about trying to be the best at what we do. I love what I do. I'm very happy every day when I come to work. It's not even like coming to work. This is my passion, my love, and we've been building this clientele since day one. And it's just like any business, like any professional, like a lawyer or a doctor. You have to build a clientele up, and you have to take care of that clientele. And you have to learn about their families, about what they like, what they don't like, and that's what we do here.
So Chef, when did your passion begin for cooking, and how did you get into the business?
I come from a large family. My grandmother was a fantastic cook. At 8 years old, I sent off for my first cookbook, how to cook cookies from Imperial Sugar thing. So I knew I wanted to cook. I had this love for cooking, I had this passion. And when I was 16, 17, I started in a kitchen. I've been very fortunate. I've been able to travel all over the world and cook in competitions and for dinners for dignitaries and travel tourism industries in different countries and cook with different chefs that have just been incredible. And so I have a whole array of different, different flavor concepts in my head that people say, how do you come up with that? I said, well, I don't sleep at night. It just comes in my head. And they really work. And I'm kind of unique in that here, which keeps my customers coming back, and that's what it's all about.
So speaking of providing a unique experience to your customers, I hear you have something special going on in the kitchen today.
Yes, I have a big surprise. I'm so excited. Let's go back and work on it.
Before we follow Chef and Gina to the kitchen, we need to take a quick break. After the break, Chef takes us behind the curtain while he prepares a special dish for some longtime customers. But before we go, Dr. Richard Honecker has some helpful advice for those of you out there trying to kick the smoking habits.
Most smokers want to quit, and it's a good idea to quit. I mean, smoking causes cancer, smoking causes heart disease, and oh my gosh, it causes wrinkles too. No one wants wrinkles. So there's 3 particular ways to stop smoking if you use pharmacology. Number 1, you can use over-the-counter nicotine replacement products. For example, using the patch that you use every day keeps nicotine in your system all day at a very low dose. And then when you feel like you want a cigarette, you just chew a nicotine gum. This tends to replace a bad nicotine that's hard to get off of, that is cigarettes, with an easier to quit nicotine, and that is the patch or the gum. You can also use 2 different drugs that are available from your doctor to help you stop your cravings and make it much easier to quit. Those are great ideas. Now, The best way, of course, is just to go cold turkey and see how you do. If you fail, don't be surprised. That happens a lot, and it's shown that most smokers need 2 or 3 times to quit. The best thing to do is to dial 1-800-QUIT-NOW. That's 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Those helplines are available to you to help you quit and work wonderfully. So quit smoking, you know it's good for you to stop.
Hi, I'm Jim Knox, and a lot of people have asked me, hey, what do you do away from the ballpark? Well, I am co-founder of a company called Identity Media Services. Our Emmy Award-winning production team can brand your company with videos, commercials, radio, and television, and our digital performance program specializes in lead generation, websites, and reputation management. So if your business needs a lift, give me a call, because as you know, it is tough to stay on top. Whew, that's gotta hurt.
Searching for a doctor can be a daunting task. BestDocsNetwork.com is your perfect resource for finding medical professionals in a variety of fields. At BestDocsNetwork.com, you will learn not only about the doctors, but will hear life-changing success stories from real patients. From the condition to the procedure to the results, our video library allows you to research and choose a doctor that best fits your needs. BestDocsNetwork.com, connecting doctors who are changing lives with patients who are looking for life-changing results.
Before the break, dining reporter Gina Lynn introduced us to Morris Salerno, popular chef and owner of Bistecca Italian Steakhouse in Highland Village. Let's head back out there now as Chef shows Gina a new kitchen creation.
Here we are.
So, Chef, we're at an Italian steakhouse.
Yes. And what am I doing with quail?
What are you doing with quail?
We have quail in Italy, I think. Yeah, they're all over the place.
So talk to me about what you have going on in here today.
Well, as I told you earlier, I have a special customer. They've been customers of mine now for over 30 years. And they wanted some quail. They've had quail like everywhere. And it's always dry, it's not cooked right. So I'm gonna braise some quail today.
That was pretty impressive, Chef.
I know, pretty quick, huh?
Absolutely.
Now all we have to do is wait 3 hours.
Well, you know, I'm sure it's going to be incredible. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Talk to me more about some of the experiences you provide your guests that keep them coming back for more.
You just don't come here to eat. You come here to dine. It's a dining experience, and people just don't want to just go somewhere and eat. They want to have a better experience. So I spend a lot of time in the dining room. I go out and talk to them, make sure they're happy. If there's some children at the table, I usually bring them back here to make some desserts and just make a better experience about it. I want to be more personal about my guests and let them know how much I appreciate them. Because it's hard enough just to get them to come in the door. You know, there's a lot of opportunities around this area. Many places opening up. Every week there's a new restaurant. I've been here, I was the first restaurant in the city, and now I have 80 more restaurants to compete with, which is great. There's room for everybody. So, but I got to keep myself above everybody else. So we do those little extra things. You know, if they come in, the lady's wearing a dark or black skirt, we'll go get a black napkin. You know, just the little things. And it's all these little things that we do that add up to the whole picture and make it so much better for them.
No wonder he's been so successful. And in case you were wondering, the quail dish was a hit, and Gina delivered some pictures of the finished entree. If you'd like to learn more about the restaurant, go to BisteccaSteakhouse.com. And for more of Gina's interview with Chef Salerno, head over to our website, TodayWithKandace.com, for an extended version. This next story is truly amazing. With springtime here, a lot of us are battling allergies. But what if they lasted for over 20 years with almost no relief? That's what Gayle's life was like. Going through medication after medication, looking for relief, but finding just frustration until she found a new treatment.
For almost 20 years, I've suffered from severe allergies. I was taking 24-hour over-the-counter medication, supplementing it with 4-hour, and anything I could get my hands on for relief. I knew that the amount of medication that I was taking and the antihistamines and over-the-counter, and I knew that that couldn't go on.
Gayle is one of my favorite patients. It's very nice to be able to help a patient, and I think in her case, she had a lot of complaints, and they were very frustrating, interfering with her daily activities, her functioning at home, at work.
He definitely could tell right off the bat that there were some issues, and Dr. Shakouri's approach was, we have to get to the root of the problem.
So in her case, we did, the tried and true allergy testing, the prick testing on her back, and that showed significant number of allergies to seasonal and year-round triggers. So in that case, I said, well, we need to do guided therapy, and we're going to do immunotherapy for this. So immunotherapy is basically what we used to term as a serum or a vaccine for your allergies. So we're giving you what you're allergic to in small increments, initially on a weekly basis, spaced out to bi-weekly, and eventually one injection once a month. The goal of that is for your own body to develop tolerance and for you not to require all the medications that you're taking to control your symptoms, or they're not controlling your symptoms in a lot of scenarios, and not have repeated sinus infections and intramuscular steroid injections, every season or so forth. It not only controls the symptoms, but it's preventive in many cases.
This treatment has definitely changed my life, and this treatment was definitely a success. I can breathe, I'm not sneezing, my eyes aren't puffy, I've started working out again, I have energy, and the main thing is that I can sit outside. It's like I'm a whole new person.
We're so glad Gayle was able to finally get some relief and live a normal life. This time of year, many of us are suffering from allergies, and while the wet summer last year was a welcome change, it also led to healthier plants, which produce more pollen. Pollen, which causes hay fever, the leading cause of allergies in North Texas. Hay fever comes from trees, grass, and ragweed pollen, along with mold and fungi spores, and typically spikes in April and May. Sufferers can expect a runny nose, excessive sneezing, and itchy eyes. Some simple ways to find relief are keeping doors and windows closed, utilizing recirculated air conditioning, and even showering soon after being outdoors to remove any pollen that could be on you. Time for our last break, but when we come back, learn about some hot ways to cool off this summer with BMR Pool and Patios.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pedro Laredo. Have you ever thought about how many times you use your hands each day? If you're suffering from hand pain, numbness, tingling, then you're probably suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome. At the Laredo Hand Care Institute, we use the most advanced minimally invasive techniques to help you get back to work and your daily activities quickly, because your hands are important. Give us a call today to schedule a consultation so we can eliminate your hand pain for good. Call 214-790-7602 today, or check us out at LaredoHands.com.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes. Yep, I did. Did you guys Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah. That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
At New You Bariatric Center, we offer a comprehensive approach to weight loss. Dr. Brewer and I are both board-certified surgeons, and we've performed several thousand bariatric procedures. We also offer medical weight loss options, as well as non-surgical options such as the gastric balloon. We know that this is a big decision for you, and we are here every step of the way in your weight loss journey. At New You Bariatric Center, a new you is waiting.
Welcome back. Just in time for spring and summer, we end today with an interview with Rick Donoghue, co-owner of BMR Pool and Patio, about what the latest trends in backdoor living are. We're so excited to be joined today by Rick Donoghue, a partner with BMR Pools and Outdoors from Lewisville, Texas. Pools and patios, I should say, right?
Pool and patio.
Okay. Well, Rick, it's that time of year where people are starting to get excited about being outside and getting their outdoor space ready. Tell us what all the trends are this year.
A new trend in swimming pools that is really changing the North Texas look is straight line pools with glass tiles and very clean water features. It seems like the trend has kind of gotten away from your standard free-form pool with our typical Oklahoma flagstone and moss boulders to our company now is designing a lot of straight edge, glass tile, very clean and formal. We call it kind of a timeless look.
Okay, now off topic a little bit, but I have to address this. I understand that you were a Lewisville firefighter.
Yes.
And you actually started the company with a few other firefighters?
It's a really kind of a good hometown story. Me and my partner Mike were Lewisville firefighters, and on our days off, our passion was construction. So we literally would pull a 24-hour shift, and then on our days off go actually build patio covers, decks, and arbors. The thought process came up to let's get into building swimming pools. So this was in the late 80s. So we actually built a couple swimming pools for ourselves, and then some firemen, and then some neighbors, and then we had the vision of, hey, we might have a business here building pool and patios.
Okay, so Rick, we've talked about pools and patios, but y'all really do everything when it comes to outdoor living, is that right?
Yes, Candace, we do. We specialize in a full array of outdoor living and patio. We're really excited about what our designers are designing for our customers, and we're putting in a homeowner's backyard with just a complete backyard, fireplace, patio covers, pools, outdoor kitchens. It's an exciting, fun business to be a part of right now.
And if you would, tell our audience how they can reach out to you guys.
You can look us up on the website. It is bmrpoolandpatio.com, or you can call us anytime for a free appointment at 972-221-3959.
Awesome, Rick. Well, thank you so much for being with us. It was nice being with you.
Thank you, Candace.
Take care. Again, you can learn more about BMR's creation at bmrpoolandpatio.com. Well, that's our show for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, if it deals with your home, your health, making you beautiful, or how to spend your leisure time in DFW, then we'll be talking about it. Check us out at todaywithkandace.com and send us your ideas. We'd sure love to hear from you.